The house before me appeared abandoned, its paint peeling, and the yard overgrown with weeds that seemed to reach out like skeletal fingers. An unsettling silence enveloped the area, broken only by the faint sound of piano music drifting through the air, an eerie, melancholic melody that seemed to seep from the very walls of the house. I hesitated, my heart pounding as I glanced around, half expecting someone to jump out from the shadows. But the street was empty, the only movement coming from the rustling leaves and the gentle breeze. Taking a deep breath, I steeled myself and approached the front door. The creaking of the old wooden steps echoed in the stillness. The door was slightly ajar, and as I pushed it open, a musty odor hit me like a wall. The interior was dimly lit, with dust motes dancing in the air, illuminated by the faint glow of a single flickering light bulb. The piano music grew louder, its notes echoing through the darkened hallways, creating an unsettling atmosphere that made my skin crawl. I called out, "Pizza delivery!" But my voice felt swallowed by the oppressive silence. As I stepped inside, the floorboards creaked beneath my feet, amplifying my growing sense of unease. The walls were adorned with faded photographs, their subjects long forgotten, and cobwebs hung in the corners like ghostly veils. I felt as if I had stepped into a time capsule, a place frozen in despair. The music continued to play, its source elusive, adding to the surreal quality of the experience. I navigated through the musty rooms, each one darker and more foreboding than the last, my instincts screaming at me to turn back. With every step, the feeling of being watched intensified, and I couldn't shake the sensation that something was lurking just out of sight. I called out again, my voice trembling slightly. "Is anyone here?" The silence that followed was deafening, with only the haunting piano melody that seemed to mock my presence. My heart raced as I ventured deeper into the house, the shadows growing thicker around me. Glancing at my watch, I realized I had already spent too much time in this unsettling place. As I reached what appeared to be the living room, I paused, scanning the area for any sign of life. The furniture was draped in white sheets, as if the house had been abandoned for years. The music continued to play, but there was no one in sight. A wave of dread washed over me as I realized that I was completely alone in this eerie environment. Panic began to set in, and I felt an overwhelming urge to escape. The atmosphere pressed down on me, and I could almost hear my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. Without a second thought, I turned on my heel and hurried back toward the front door, my pulse racing. The music seemed to swell, echoing in my mind as I dashed through the darkened rooms, desperate to escape the oppressive silence.